What's up, YouTube? This is Jeremy back from Budget Dad Barbecue and Brewing. You asked for it, you got it. Right now, we are gonna start an overnight cook brisket on our mini Lifesmart 15-inch Kamado. A little background to this story. One of our viewers reached out and they said, hey, have you ever done a brisket on this thing? And I thought, I have no idea how I would fit an entire brisket on this thing. However, my wife and I were at the grocery store not too long ago and I saw a brisket that was on sale for $2.99 a pound. It was 8 pounds, and at the time it looked actually pretty tiny. And I thought, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Well, now I went ahead and opened this thing up, planning to do an overnight cook, and this thing really expanded, and it's big. But you know what? I'm dedicated to the cause, you guys. Tonight, it's gonna go down. Let's start this off. I'll show you what we got. Once I got this thing out of the sealed pack, boy, oh boy, this thing really expanded. Remember, we only have around 10 inches of cooking space, 12 inches total, I believe is the grate. So I do not want this thing to hang over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim this up, make it a little bit more aerodynamic, get a bit more sizable so that we can fit this on the Kamado. I am by means no expert at briskets. I've done them before on the larger Vision Kamado, but never anything like this before. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim this up right now. I'm just gonna show you a quick before and after. If you wanna look at any brisket trimming, I would recommend Harry Sue, hands down. He is by far the master, and I learned a lot from him. So I'm gonna go ahead and just clean this up and then I'll show you what we got afterwards. We'll see you back in a minute. Okay, that's it, folks. Not a perfect job by any means. If you wanna take a look, check it out. We've just sort of taken off some of the high points. I didn't get all the fat. I tried to get the majority of the silver skin off. It's not a beautiful brisket by any means. The point was really, really tiny and it wasn't that great, so I ended up clipping off most of it. And then on the underside, we're gonna do fat cap down. You could see where this right here towards the point, it's exposed. So I didn't really wanna mess a whole lot with it, but overall I think that we're looking pretty good with this. So tonight I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. We're gonna do a little mustard, salt, pepper, garlic. I'll probably put a little barbecue seasoning on there too. And in the meantime, while this rub is sitting, I'm gonna go outside and fire up that mini Kamado. Right before we go to bed, we can go ahead and put that on. Let's start with our base, regular old French's mustard. Next, I'm gonna do a little kosher salt. Next, I'm gonna do some garlic powder. Coarse ground pepper. And if you know me, Grill Mate's standard barbecue rub. Can't go wrong. Just pat that in. Smells amazing. Okay, we're gonna go outside and fire up that mini Kamado. All right, folks, we're back. We are rolling steady at 225 in the mini Kamado. I got a water bath going on in here, and I have to be honest, I'm a little worried about if we're gonna be able to fit this thing on there. I'm taking a look at this brisket and I'm taking a look at this grill, and it's not quite adding up. I tried to find a piece of wood so that we can put it under, but I cannot find a piece of wood anywhere that would fit this. So what I ended up doing, and I'll show you here, is we ended up taking my sitting chicken, and we're gonna use this. Again, this is so much height, so I don't even know if we're gonna be able to close the top. So you can see I've got my water bath, I've got my stones, got my grate. All right, so let's see what happens, you guys. Wish me luck. All right, this does not seem like a good idea. But let me see if I can close the lid. All right, folks, just for the heck of it, let's go ahead and remove that sitting chicken just because I want to see if it can lie anywhere near flat. I'm pretty sure it won't because it's already so close. I think wow, I did it. You could see my eyes are watering so bad because smoke just totally wafted in there. But I'm going to give you a little sneak peek again. You guys, we ended up getting this thing in there. I cannot believe this. Check this out. Now it's draping. It's draping right there, but you know what? I think it's all right. And if it gets a little burnt, you know what? That's all right. We got some extra burn ends. I'm not going to sweat it. We got the water bath. I got that thing filled to the top because we're going to do this overnight. So I want this nice and humid in there. I do not want this thing to dry out. Wow. I cannot believe we just did this, but I'm not going to jump to conclusions. I have no idea if this is actually going to work out or not. So right now it's around 10 o'clock, 10:30 p.m. I'm going to set an alarm for 5 a.m. and I'm going to come back out here and check it. From what I know about this mini Kamado, it actually holds temp pretty well. I've got it on around 225 and it's been sitting pretty for the past 30 minutes. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll see if I can go ahead and take you along with me and we can check it out. Otherwise, I'll see you bright and early. Talk to you soon. What's up, guys? It is 4:30 in the morning and I just got up to go to the bathroom, so I figured let's just go ahead and go outside and check the temperature and see where we're at. Crossing my fingers. Let's go. Oh man, it dropped temp. It's 150 degrees. That's not enough. I'm still seeing hot embers. So this thing is still lit, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn this up. All right, I just took everything out just to see if there's still coals in here, and there still are. There's a lot of coals still. Look, there's still wood chips. No harm, no foul. It looks like everything's been doing pretty good. After looking at those coals, I decided that they needed some more. So I took this entire setup off. I put some coals in. I jostled them around a little bit, and then I let them come up to temp to around 230 to 250 degrees. Once I saw that all the dirty smoke had settled, I went ahead and put this thing on. I put a little bit of water on it so it doesn't look completely dried out. And I also refilled the water pan because there was just a ton of fat in there, and so I didn't want that. So I went ahead and dumped that, and I put fresh water in. Back up to temp. I'm going to close her down. I want to make sure that we are rolling steady at 225 to maybe 250 before I leave, and we'll see you in a couple hours. Top of the morning to you. It is 7:30. There's still a few more people sleeping, so I'm trying to be quiet. But let's go outside and check to see how this thing's doing. Oh man. That
smells good.
Smells really good. Nice little bark on it. 170. 172. Let's check the end of the flat. All right, 167, so we're about 170. Oh, check out the point. Wow, 192. Wow, oh, okay. Wow, 194. Let's get this thing back in the kitchen. We're gonna put it in foil, douse it with beef consomme, wrap it tight. I'll stick a probe in it, and then we're just gonna let it ride until it gets to about 205 degrees, and then I'll check it for doneness. All right, now that we've got the brisket on the foil, let's go ahead and douse it with a little beef consomme. I've probably referenced Harry Sue multiple times in this video so far, and that's because I just respect that man. Okay, I think that's good. So that was maybe, I'd say, quarter cup or less. Let's wrap it. Oh. I'm looking forward to this. I hope this turns out, considering this was really just an experiment, and I'm shocked that we were able to get this onto the Lifesmart. All right, well at this point we're just gonna let it roll. I'm gonna hook that probe up into my Inkbird Wi-Fi thermometer. I'm gonna set an alarm for 205. Once that beeps, we'll come out, I'll check it for doneness, and then we'll just go from there. So we'll see you then. What's up, y'all? It is 9:30 in the morning. The alarm just went off. It says it's 2:05. I'm looking at it right now. It says 2:06. Let's check it for doneness. No. Okay, you see this, you guys? So it says 2, it's registering 207 right now, 208, but you see this? See how I pull back and it kind of squeaks? There's resistance. So that's, despite the temperature, I know it says 213, 214, that's what I'm getting really deep, but you guys, that's not done. Let me try another spot. Okay, that's a little bit more done. Let's try the point. Okay, the point's feeling pretty good, but that flat is still not finished. I'm gonna go ahead and set the temperature to 215, and then when it alarms, we'll come back. Everybody, we're back. It is 12 o'clock noon. This brisket has been on for a collective 13 and a half hours. I think at this point we are done. Let me show you what it looks like. All right, let's check this. Oh, that's perfect. A little resistance, but boy, no, that's right there is like butter. I mean, if I just let go of it, it's just gonna drop right in. It's like going through water. We're back. The brisket has rested for approximately 90 minutes. I'm ready to get into this thing. Are you? All right, well, the moment of truth, guys. Let's go ahead and cut into this and see how it turned out. Let's go ahead and cut down the center. Wow. All right, it's pretty nice. Definitely a little bit on the leaner side, but still really pretty. Let's give it a cut. Well, I mean, the taste is really good. It's by far not my best brisket. I could have added a little bit more seasoning. As far as the texture, it's falling apart, but it is a little dry. I would attribute that to the choice cut that I got. As you can see from the very beginning, there was very little marbling on this. So I knew even for a choice cut, it was definitely not the highest of quality. But overall, I would say this is pretty good. I'm gonna take one more bite. The bark, it's a little bit leaner. It's a little bit more on the drier side to my taste. But don't get me wrong, this guy's got no complaints. The fact that we were able to do this, not even really manage it at all for the entire night while I slept, and still come out with this good of a product is nothing short of a miracle. Go ahead and take a closer look down here and we'll see. We've got a little bit of a smoke ring, but really not that much. But I mean, look at this, you guys. I mean, it is really, other than just the leanness of the cut itself, it rendered down really nice. As you can see, my friends, miracles are possible. We ended up doing this low and slow smoked brisket on that Lifesmart 15-inch mini Kamado. I can't believe we actually pulled this off, but we did. I hope you had fun. I know I did. You know the drill. If you learned anything, if you were halfway entertained, hit that like button. Subscribe. If not, that's okay too. I'm not going to judge you. Hope to see you next time. Take care.